Right, we've got some breaking news on Sky Sports News. You can see it at the bottom of your screen, and that is that Nottingham Forest have confirmed the appointment of Nuno Espirito Santo as first-team head coach. We have been talking about this, haven't they? Who was going to replace Steve Cooper after he was sacked yesterday? Well, it is Nuno. He has joined the club on a 2.5-year contract and will take charge of his first match on Saturday when Forest face Bournemouth at the City Ground. He arrives, of course, with a wealth of experience, having managed over 460 games in his career, including in the Premier League, La Liga, the Champions League and Europa League as well.
Yeah, and of course, the Forest fans will be hoping he can do what he did at Wolves. That really was the pinnacle of his coaching career in the Premier League. What was it? 2 seventh-placed finishes in successive seasons with Wolves. He then lost his job there, or left Wolves, went to Spurs. Didn't quite work out at Spurs, did it? It was 5 wins, 5 losses. He then was sacked by Tottenham Hotspur. He went to Al Ittihad in Saudi Arabia. He actually won the club's first league title in 14 years with Al Ittihad, obviously a different level to the Premier League. But he then lost his job on the 8th of November of this year. So not too long ago, actually. He's not been out of job for too long, has he? About 6 weeks or so. And he is now the new Nottingham Forest manager. So we expect him to be in charge of the team at against Bournemouth, at the City Ground this Saturday. Let's get back out to Kirsty Edwards, who is there at the training ground for us, waiting to give us some more information on all this. We spoke to you just recently, Kirsty, and you felt it was imminent. Well, it really was. We managed to get it in before 10 a.m.
Absolutely, yeah. A nice rainy start for Nuno Espirito Santo here at Nottingham Forest. And yeah, you were asking earlier, how quickly do we expect this appointment? It happened even sooner than we expected, and very quickly. We did actually see Steve Cooper leaving the training ground earlier this morning. I'd say that was just after 9 o'clock this morning. Before that, all the players had gone in, so clearly he had said his goodbyes to them. They'd shown so much support to him, hadn't they, over the last couple of weeks, publicly speaking in support of him and talking about their love for him. So yeah, he leaves here with a lot of love from the fans and a lot of love from the players. So he left, and then just minutes later, a blacked-out people carrier arrived, and in the back was Nuno Espirito Santo. We saw him enter the building, the training ground building behind me, and now we have this news, this official confirmation from the club that he is indeed the man that will take over from Steve Cooper. So it looks very likely that he will be taking training this morning. As I say, all the players have already arrived earlier this morning, so he looks like he'll be out on the training pitch with them, and I think that's really what the owner wanted, to get his man in as quickly as possible, to have enough time to get to know all his players. He will know some of them. Of course, the likes of Morgan Gibbs-White, Willy Boly were both at Wolves when he spent over 4 years there, didn't he? So they'll know plenty about him. I'm sure they'll be telling their teammates all about his methods on the training pitch, and they'll get to find that out probably this morning by the looks of it, as they prepare for this game against Bournemouth and try and turn this run of form around. Only 1 win in their last 13. That's the task at hand for Nuno Espirito Santo after signing this 2.5-year contract with Nottingham Forest, to try and turn this recent form around and move further away from that relegation zone. Currently 5 points above that relegation zone, although Luton just below them do have that game in hand. So a big job on his hands. We'll get to see him in the dugout for Nottingham Forest on Saturday at the City Ground against Bournemouth.
Just a quick one to finish, Kirsty, if I may. Do you think we're going to hear from Nuno today? Is he going to speak to the media?
Well, be interesting, won't it? Yeah, we'll yet to find that out. I will get on as soon as I've finished speaking to you, try and get hold of the press team here at Nottingham Forest, who are always very helpful. So we'll see what they have to say and whether they will be putting him up straight away. I'm due actually later on today to. I know some of the players are due at the hospital and seeing some children there, so they've got that on their hands this afternoon. But what Nuno decides to do, he may wait to kind of get his feet under the table before he speaks to us. I really don't know the answer to that one, but as soon as we find out, we will be there, I'm sure, ready to hear from him, whether that's today, tomorrow, Friday. Let's wait to see. But what we do know for absolute certain is that he is the new man in charge, and he will be in the dugout on Saturday.